motherfuckers, this is Shitty Wizard here today, and we're going to answer some more questions, because that's what I feel like doing. Here we go.
Where in the nursery rhyme does it say Humpty Dumpty is an egg?
So, yep, that's right. Nowhere in the nursery rhyme does it ever say that Humpty Dumpty is an egg. That is something that was created sometime in the past, obviously. But what really is that the whole end of the nursery rhyme is sort of different. It's like, it was actually like 4 men and women couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back the way he was before. Not couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. And apparently Humpty Dumpty can mean a number of things. Humpty Dumpty is a type of brandy boiled with ale. It's called Humpty Dumpty. And also, I think, if you've been drinking that, the person that had been drinking a lot and fucking stumbling around is probably Humpty Dumpty. So I'd say this is actually a story about some drunk dude falling off a wall and he died. That's it.
What's the opposite of opposite?
The opposite of opposite is alike. So when two things are alike, they are not opposite. And when two things are opposite, they are not alike. So, yeah, the opposite of opposite is alike.
Can blind people be dyslexic when they read Braille?
Well, firstly, the whole misconception that dyslexia has something to actually do with eyesight is wrong. So it's actually got to do with the way your brain works in terms of the way your senses figure out the thing. So no matter if you're feeling it, reading it, or hearing it, you're still sort of dyslexic because you hear things. I'm dyslexic, so you hear things and you when they go through your head and come out, bits of them are scrambled. That's basically what happens. So I read something, comes out scrambled. I hear something, it comes out scrambled. If I could read Braille, I feel it, and my brain wouldn't be able to put it in the right places fast enough and it'd come out scrambled. So yeah, dyslexia is not so much the way you see things, it goes in and comes out scrambled.
Why do we say bye-bye but not hi-hi?
Okay, so all I can find is that bye-bye is quicker to say than hi-hi, so we only say hi. That was pretty an abysmal 5 for me, so if anybody else knows out there why, it's pretty something fucking hard to find out. You know, not many people really give a shit, so it's not something that's easy to find out. Yeah, I tend to agree with that point, that it's just quick, but then who cares? We still say double things all the time and they're not quick. So probably just some trend that didn't catch on at some stage.
What does okay actually mean?
Okay, what does okay actually mean? Well, it's apparently an Indian. Well, one of the ideas of where it comes from is apparently some sort of Indian word for meaning everything is alright, or something like that. It's an Indian word, okay. There's something to do with some sort of campaign, but I don't give a shit about all that. I just like the Indian answer. So, because there was a bunch of answers, you know, none of them were 100% correct. I tend to think I like the Indian idea that it was an Indian word that meant, you know, everything's okay, or everything's alright, and that's okay. Okay, how, you know, to be completely fucking racist, or whatever.
If the universe is expanding, what is it expanding into?
Well, as far as I can gather from what I've looked up and what I know, is it's actually not so much expanding as all the spaces in between everything are stretching apart. Which means that basically everything, the universe is as far as it can go on the outside. But all the stuff inside is stretching further apart to that space. So the universe is expanding into itself more. if you know what I mean. Like, say you have a big fucking dank black warehouse, right? And you have, like, I don't know, a really fast spinning fucking thing in the middle, and you drip and dye from it, and things just blushing out. But instead of just the floor being flat, the floor's like this, so when the dye's hitting it, it's spreading out. So something like that.
Why are things typed up but written down?
Why are things typed up but written down? Okay, I didn't look this up. This is my own explanation. When you're writing downwards, right? And the paper's down. You're writing down and the paper's down, so you're writing down. When you're typing, it's going up. It's got you know, it's going up. So I'm just gonna type something up, and it goes tick 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 tick. I'm just gonna write something down. That's my explanation. Do with it what you will.
Why do old men have hair in their ears?
So it's part of our pattern baldness. Everything on top gets thinner and less, and then all the stuff around the sides get thicker and coarse. Yep, that's pretty much it. You don't get any more here. It just gets darker, longer, and thicker. Ooh.
If water spins clockwise when it drains in the northern hemisphere and water spins counterclockwise when it drains in the southern hemisphere, which way does it spin at the equator?
It doesn't work like that. The Coriolis effect does not work on such small bodies of water as a toilet spinning clockwise or a toilet spinning anti-clockwise in either hemisphere. And then when you actually ask about how it spins at the equator, that doesn't matter. It's all about the Coriolis effect, and the closer you get to the equator, the least the Coriolis effect affects. So you're gonna have no fucking spin near the equator and going out to more. But only in large bodies of water does the Coriolis effect actually work. So the whole thing about the toilets and stuff in the northern southern hemisphere is apparently a load of fucking shit.
If it is a 50 miles per hour wind and you drive your car at 50 miles per hour downwind, if you stick your head outside, would you feel the wind?
Yes, because there's still air particles, you know, oxygen particles and all that shit flying past you. But the wind that would, if that was gone, and the wind that was going with you was going the same speed, no, you wouldn't feel it. It'd all be working at the same speed. If you slowed down, you'd feel it. If you sped up, you'd probably feel it as well, in the opposite direction. But without the air mass around, it's just impossible. So no, it's all impossible. It's just all theory.
Why did Superman wear his briefs on the outside of his tights?
This is actually a really interesting answer. So it has nothing. Basically, what it has to do with is twofold things. And I think only one of them is real. So the main one that is real is that when you're drawing people with body suits and stuff are very close, tight, you want to make sure that you like pointing out which bits are bits, you know, instead of it all just melting into one piece. So they use the shape of the pants, and it just sort of was underpants, but you know, the waistline around and the legs to sort of accentuate the fact that they have those body parts, because back in the old days when they were printing these really cheaply, they needed that to make it stand out and make it look so you could understand what the picture was, because it was a little bit blurry and shit. The colours were over the lines and stuff like that. So that's one thing, and the other one is sort of like the strongman thing from Psych. So some of them wore like the briefs and shit. So Superman may have got his original looks as well from the sort of strongman thing, you know, with the leopard skin underpants sort of guy. Yeah.
If you drink Pepsi at work in the Coke factory, will they fire you?
Yes. Unless it's an urban myth, I heard that somebody did get fired for drinking Pepsi in the Coca-Cola factory.
If dessert before dinner ruins your appetite for dinner, won't eating dinner before dessert ruin your appetite for dessert?
Damn right. Who the fuck didn't think of that before? Jesus Christ. Anybody ever asked me why I'm eating I can't eat this dinner. Oh, you don't get any dessert. Oh, but that's the reason why I'm not eating the dinner. You know, so I leave room for dessert. I thought it would be rude. You know, not to... Just give me the pudding, man. Just hand it over, man. Just give me the pudding. Just give me the pudding, man. Just hand it over, man. I need that fucking pudding. I need the pudding. I need the pudding, man. Just give me the fucking pudding. Just give me the fucking pudding, man. Alright, guys, so yeah, that's gonna be it from the Shitty Wizard for today. There's a few more questions left in this series, so I'm probably going to finish this series out of 10, and then if I end up getting a bunch of questions again, I'll do a whole bunch of new question time. If there's questions, like I've said before, that you want to send in and me to answer, go for it, whatever. And sending in just means fucking posting them on my YouTube channel or whatever. You know, I'm quite an old fella, and when we watch the fucking old cartoon shows and shit, and they said, oh, send in your fucking mail and shit with your name and your fucking return address and we'll send you some shit, you know. So that's what I'm used to, so that's why I say it. Anyway, from the underside of the world, sort of to the right of America, on the western coast of one of the largest islands in the world, I'm saying, fucking see you later.
Oh, thank you, tasty little man creature.